you're listening to one of the greatest Metallica podcasts out there. I mean, it's definitely in the top 11 to 13.
Everybody, please, we're going to take a 2-minute break while Josh goes and takes a shit.
Nothing. He said nothing.
Maybe it's at the end of one. Okay.
That tickled me to death.
R.I.P. and Seek and Destroy with the guest stars.
Nope. Rob Halford's not dead.
Oh, is he not?
I just want to have a recording of James going, Temptation!
Thanks for listening to the Metallidads podcast. Please make sure to stay tuned at the end of the episode to find out more about how to join the Metallidads family. Here's your host for the Metallidads podcast, my dad, Blake Talca, and my dad, Tyler Sanford.
Leave meeting.
Yeah. Welcome to the Metallidads podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Sanford.
And I'm your other host, Blake Talca, as you just heard in our new intro.
Yes. Something we're very excited about. And hopefully you got a good, nice laugh out of it as far as some of the content that's on it. We are very pleased with how it turned out.
I like it. I like the end. It was precious.
Super precious. Those were our children, in case you wanted to know.
2 of them, anyway.
Yes, 2 of them. And I don't even need to tell you how many takes it took in order for Griner just to get the one line all the way out.
Yeah, I do have to say Stormy was a champ for taking the workload on this one.
Yes, she was. It was a struggle just getting him to say the 5 words that he had to say.
She was so excited too. She asked me today when I was getting my stuff ready to get on. She's like, "Are we recording again?" I was like, "Not tonight, baby."
Well, that's precious.
Maybe she'll have a podcast when she gets older.
Right. Maybe after her first show, she can be on an MFF Monday.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, man. Well, okay. So here's our topics for today's episode. We are going to talk about just some current events, but we've been talking about over the last few weeks doing a review of our MFF Monday set list and kind of calling it our own version of IPOM. And we're going to call it the Insanity Palace of Metallidads.
There you go.
Let's just look over the last 10 interviews that we've done with the family and just let's look and see what kind of set list we've built. We're not going to go over each one individually as far as like, okay, Josh said this is his dream set list. You've heard all that already, but we want to know what songs have been picked the most, what songs have been picked the least. You know, obviously we'll notice some songs are missing. And we're also going to just look at the albums that everybody decided to remove from our lives and see which album came out on top. So
I think I know.
I think I do too. And unfortunately, some of these people just took the easy way out, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll get there. So where do you want to start first?
The Black Album.
Black Album. Yes. Always coming back to the Black Album. If you didn't know, we did make a submission to the Metallica podcast official to try to make it to episode 9 or however they're calling them. And hopefully they'll pick one of our clips or several.
Yeah, that would be cool. So I think the most pressing piece of Metallica news that we need to talk about is the set list from night 1 at Aftershock, because I am literally shitting bricks over here over the one song that was changed.
So if you didn't already know, both set lists from night 1 of Louder Than Life and Aftershock were 100% identical except for one song and one song only, and it's the most important song ever to be added to a set list that's possible, other than Fixer. But that doesn't count.
It's the most important for us.
Most important for us. Other people have heard it like 50 times, and we're extremely jealous of those people. But we're talking about Frantic.
Oh, Frantic. It's given me hope in this world, and I took the gun out of my mouth when I saw it.
I really don't want to get my hopes up, but we've like personally messaged back and forth like what our reaction's going to be, and I think we even posted on Facebook. If that song gets played, I really don't know I might actually physically cry. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to. I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going to cry. I'll be screaming and crying, but I'm going to cry.
Well, what's worse now is like in the past, the set lists have been somewhat predictable, but not always, as far as like, you don't know, you kind of know where in the set list there's going to be a change, but they keep it pretty different. But in this scenario, I'm pretty confident that the set is going to be almost, if not again, identical, other than that one song. And we're going to know exactly when it is. And we now even know what the guitars are going to be.
Yeah.
So if they bring them out, then
it's over.
It's over.
Like everybody around us is going to be like, oh, they're playing a St. Anger song. Well, what are these two fucking guys doing?
I mean, yeah. There's really no words to describe it.
I don't care if we only get it once. We've got 3. I'm going to call it 3 shots at getting it. Atlanta, Hollywood, night 1 of Rockville.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. That's all we can do is just wait and hope and pray. I think it's pretty obvious that one of the nights at Rockville is going to be the Black Album. There's just no way around that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be really upset if they switch it up and do it for night 1. And I was on the rail. Like, it's the one night I was like, oh, I'm going to be on the rail because they're not going to do it. And then they'll do it. Be like, dang it.
Yeah, that would be my luck. If there's a chance we're getting Frantic, I'm riding the rail. I'm sorry. It's happening.
Yeah. Now I'll die because the next day we're going to walk 500 miles to Disney.
Miles. But
and then we'll walk 500 more.
Worth it. Yeah.
Oh, it would make it so worth it.
Yeah.
So we could literally ramble on about that for another hour, but we won't bore you with those.
No, it's not.
Because I'm pretty sure of most of the people that we've interviewed for our MFF Mondays have already seen a St. Anger song. So what's it to them?
Nothing.
It's like, oh, well, yeah, I've seen one. It's like, well, that's great. I haven't. Okay. So we've
controversial Metallica opinion. Fuck you all. But I still love you.
Hey, do you know what? If we can finally hear it, I would say that we'll stop talking about it, but we won't.
We won't. We'll talk about that time we got to see a St. Anger song all the time.
It'll be that one time. Oh, man. So, yeah. Aftershock, awesome.
What if they throw us a real monkey wrench and fucking play Dirty Window instead?
That's something that I definitely can't handle. Like, I can mentally prepare myself for the first 2, whether it's Frantic or St. Anger, but there's no way I could mentally prepare myself for a Dirty
Window. Oh, God.
I see my reflection in the window.
Just out of nowhere, a bed comes out on the stage. It's fucking Invisible Kid.
Yeah. No. Can't do it. Just can't do it. Speaking of Aftershock, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but in the group photo, Lars is wearing jeans.
I didn't get it, to be honest with you.
I don't know if that's what he wore in Louder Than Life, but I was just surprised he wasn't wearing like those gym leggings, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, what he normally wears.
Yeah. I was like, I had to do like a double take. It's like, wait a minute, is he wearing jeans? It's like, when's the last time he wore jeans? Like shorts, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it was cold.
Yeah.
It was California, so.
Yeah, it's probably cool.
But I don't know how you can be cold behind a drum set. But that's just
True.
me. Especially playing that. I'd be
Mhm.
interested to see if anybody who had been to Louder Than Life that was also at Aftershock would mention any sort of energetic differences or vibe details. I'd be interested to know how that went.
Yeah. I know a few people that went. I'll have to hit them up and see what they say.
Yeah, because just from the couple of pictures that I saw, it looked like maybe it was a little different. I don't know. But we'll know in 4 weeks. I think it's 4
Yes,
weeks.
We will.
That's
I
hard to
don't know.
believe it's that fast.
It's not soon enough.
1, 2. Oh, dude, it's 3 weeks. 3
Oh,
weeks.
God.
3 weeks from today will be like the week we're leaving.
Awesome. Run it. Run that shit. Let's go.
Which is scary to think that also means because we haven't bought plane tickets or nothing. So
We're doing that shit Friday.
yeah, we're gonna get it taken care of. Okay. Anyways, I think that's all we had for extras, right? Before we move on. Is there anything else?
Yeah. Works for me. We'll talk about the 40th anniversary interview next week because I still haven't finished it.
Yes. They did a Apple Music 40th anniversary interview. It is definitely up there as far as quality interviews. The guy who was hosting the interview, I don't know what his name is, but he asked great questions.
Random British guy.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Gave great input on his end as well. So like very good interviewee, if that's what the word is. I don't know.
Interviewer, I do believe. I
Is
think
it
Metallic would be
interviewer?
the interviewee.
Yeah, I guess. And it was interesting how he did it, but we'll get into that later. We'll let you finish it.
Yep.
So let's get into this list here. So we're gonna start with. Gonna kind of go backwards. So you can't really gauge question number 3 as far as what's your favorite Metallica experience because I'm not writing a novel for all 10.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. You can go back and listen to the episode if you want to hear it. There, question number 3. Answer to number 2 is if you had to remove an album from the discography, what would it be? And it can't be Lulu or Garage Days. And let's just take a look. So let's get the obvious ones out of the way because we've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah.
We had one person pick Justice. I don't know who that douche was, but he can go on
Some
somewhere.
asshole.
Yeah. Somebody named Tyler. Then we had another one who picked the Black Album.
The Black Album.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to get rid of the sacred holy grail of the Black Album.
I don't know who would do that. That's sacrilege.
I know. So anyway, we'll get those 2 out of the way because obviously those are our picks. And so we were the only ones that picked those albums.
Big surprise there.
Yeah, I was shocked that nobody picked anything prior to Load other than us. So,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that shocking? Okay. So we had one person, we're going to kind of go in order. We had one person pick Load, and that was Cade.
And that's a load of shit.
Then we had 2 people pick Reload.
And that's a reload of shit.
Oh, man. Yeah. Thanks, Josh and Shane Obershaw. Reload. I can't believe they got rid of Unforgiven 2. How dare them? Okay, so we'll go ahead and spoiler alert this. The winner, I guess I'm not going to say it's the winner, but it's the one that got picked the most, is Saint Anger. 5 votes for Saint Anger out of 10.
Well, Saint Anger was voted off the island, but not my island.
Right. So 50%, a little over 50 because I don't include ours in that count. But
Yeah.
so that was Blake Buell, Brett, Doc Coyle, Jason, and Bill.
I love all of you guys, but you're so fucking wrong.
It's a sad day. that Saint Anger won. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised because,
Not
like
at
Brett
all.
said in his interview, it was the low hanging fruit and the easiest of the choices. So shame on us for not letting that be in the exclusions like Lulu or Garage Stage. We could have, but we didn't. We had 2 votes for Death Magnetic, which was Dustin and Stephanie. And 1 vote for Hardwired, which was Zaria, which was our first TikTok interview. So, it is what it
Yeah.
is. There's your votes. Saint Anger, followed by Reload and Death Magnetic, then Hardwired and Load. Nobody had the guts to get rid of Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. I say guts.
well.
I mean, I didn't get rid of them either. So
Yeah, true. But I'd say we had the 2 most controversial ones. You especially.
Absolutely. And it's not really even on purpose. It's just an honest opinion. So
Yeah.
If we were trying to be just ridiculous, we would have been like, we want to get rid of Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All. Could you imagine?
Oh, we had no listeners now.
Oh man, down the toilet. Okay, so now let's go through some of these set lists. So I've got them categorized by album, and we're gonna go by how many votes each song got. If you don't hear a song mentioned, that means that song got no votes. So we'll start with Kill 'Em All, and then I'm gonna have Blake read off the Ride the Lightning list. So from Kill 'Em All, Hit the Lights, 2 votes. 4 Horsemen, 4 votes. Whiplash, 4 votes. No Remorse, 2 votes. Seek and Destroy, only 2 votes.
And one of them was mine.
One of them was yours, and the other ones was Bill. That was
Okay.
his ender too. And then 1 vote for Phantom Lord.
That was mine as well.
And that's it for Kill 'Em All. So
Maybe
know?
somebody could have got rid of that album with no fucking votes.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's other than Saint Anger, it's one of the lesser picked. But we'll get there because there's some others as well. But all right, let's go. Let's move on to Ride the Lightning.
All right, Ride. We've got 5 people picked the song Ride the Lightning. 6 people picked the song For Whom the Bell Tolls. We've got 2 for Fight Fire with Fire. 5 for Creeping Death. I don't know who the 4 assholes who picked Fade to Black are, but 4 people picked Fade to Black. 1 person picked Escape, and 2 people picked Trapped Under Ice. Is there anything on that album that wasn't picked?
We're getting in trouble because I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm just gonna pull up the discography.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing too. I'm gonna have that ready for the next few.
I'll just have it pulled up.
Okay. No Cthulhu.
Okay. It wouldn't have made mine either. So
No. I've heard it
So-
twice, I think. At least once with Symphony, once without. So
yeah. Well, twice with Symphony, once
well,
without.
technically, yes, twice with Symphony. Will you look at Kill 'Em All real quick
Yes.
and see if which ones didn't get picked?
Give me one second. I'm trying to find a decent fucking website. Here we go. All right. So Lights, Horseman. Nobody picked Motor Breath. Nobody picked Jump in the Fire. Nobody picked Anesthesia. And nobody picked Metal Militia.
All right. Interesting. The one person that picked Escape was Doc.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it once.
I think probably because most of the people that we've interviewed were at Orion with
Yep.
the exemption of maybe Jordan and I think Kate was there, but I'm not going to get into all that because then I'm going to get it wrong and then somebody's going to call me out on social media and so
You got a fact wrong and you don't like Ann Justice. Go fuck yourself, Tyler Sanford.
right. Okay. Master Puppets. 6 people picked Master Puppets. 3 votes for Disposable Heroes, 3 votes for Orion, 5 for Damage, 4 for Harvester, 3 for The Thing That Should Not Be, 4 for Battery, and 2 for Leper Messiah.
So it looks like the only thing on that album that was not picked was Sanitarium.
Well, it definitely wasn't on my list, so
Not mine either.
we're not hating on these songs, but there's obviously a reason nobody picked it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you would have picked it, your time will come. Okay.
Yeah.
Just bear with us. We will do this again, but I just thought 10 was a nice round number to start with.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was Master Puppets. I'm going to let you read Man Justice.
All right. So 7 for Blackened. Solid pick. 3 people. Ugh. 3 people picked the shortest straw. 4 people picked 1. I don't know who you are, but 4 people picked Frayed Ends of Sanity. 5 people picked Dyer's Eve. 3 picked Justice. 1 person picked To Live Is to Die, and 1 person picked Eye of the Beholder.
So was Shortest Straw on there?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out the one we're missing.
That's all of them.
Nope.
Black. Is it not?
Harvester.
Oh,
Nobody
Mm.
picked Harvester of Sorrow. That surprises me.
oh, that's because I'm dumb.
Oh.
I had Harvester listed with Master
Okay.
Puppets. Yeah, I'm definitely in trouble now. I had that one on the completely wrong album. Yikes. Okay, so we did have some. So every single song from Injustice was selected at least once.
And you deleted it from existence.
I did. 4 people picked Harvester of Sorrow. Okay. The one person that picked To Live As I was Jordan. He's the only one that picked that song.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yep. Okay. Black Album. The infamous Black Album. Here we go. 3 picked Through the Never. 4 picked My Friend of Misery. 3 votes for Unforgiven. 2 votes for Sad But True. 2 votes for Sandman. 2 votes for Rome. 2 votes for Wolf and Man. And 1 vote for Holier Than Thou. So no God that failed.
No God That Failed. Struggle? No
Yep,
struggle.
no struggle. I think that's it. Maybe.
Nothing Else Matters.
Oh, yeah. No, nothing else
That-
matters.
That don't hurt my feelings none.
Nope. So I'd like to add that for some reason, if you picked a song on your set list, I literally went back and listened to each episode and listened to all of your set lists and I added it to the list. So for whatever reason, I missed one and you were like, I picked that song. You sure did. And I just missed it. I'm sorry, but I tried really hard to make this as accurate as possible. But yeah, so there's your Black Album. We'll move on to Load. So I'll let Blake
All
do
right,
this
we're getting
one.
into the good shit now.
Yeah.
We got 2 people that picked Ain't My Bitch. 4 people picked The Outlaw Torn. 1 person picked Until It Sleeps. 7 people picked Bleeding Me. Look at that. 1 person picked Mama Said. 3 people picked Hero of the Day, and 2 people picked Wasting My Hate. So we're missing Ronnie, Thorn Within, Poor Twisted Me, Cure, King Nothing, and or two more. 2x4 and The House That Jack Built. So there's a lot off that album that wasn't picked.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised about King Nothing at the minimum. But
Yeah, well, we've seen it, so it didn't make our list.
yeah, well, and two, like we've said before, some of these songs just, as much as I would love to see them, just probably would not translate very well. So people just were smart enough to know that it's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to Reload. Got 3 votes for Fuel, 4 votes for Memory Remains, 6 votes for The Unforgiven 2, 2 votes for Prince Charming, only 4 votes for Fixer.
One of those was mine.
All right. 1 vote for Low Man's Lyric, 1 vote for Carpe Diem, 1 vote for Bad Seed, 1 vote for Devil's Dance, and 1 vote for Better Than You.
Bad.
Bad.
So we're missing Attitude. Where the Wild Things Are. Slither. And that's it.
Yeah, no surprises on that one. That's probably, other than Justice, that's one that got probably picked up the most of all of them, you know, because it's a pretty long album as far as song titles.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move into our, I guess you could call it like the miscellaneous. I've got mixed in with this category singles, Garage Inc., some S&M, just a kind of little bit of everything. So, but I'm gonna let you read this one off.
All right, we got 2 people that picked I Disappear, 2 people that picked The Small Hours, 2 people that picked No Leaf Clover, 3 beautiful souls that picked Bread Fan, 2 people picked Last Caress, 2 people picked The Prince, 3 people picked Astronomy, 2 people picked So What, 1 person with Helpless, 2 people with Merciful Fate, 1 person picked Blitzkrieg, and 1 other person picked Sabracadabra.
The 2 Merciful Fate votes were Doc Cole and yourself.
Yeah. In for the kill.
Yes, and my pick was Sabra. Yeah, lots of good little randoms there for sure.
Yeah.
I bet the 2 people that picked No Leaf Clover, hopefully they've made it to one of these shows because their dream would come true.
Yeah.
You know, obviously minus the S&Ms. Okay, so there's that category. Let's move on to Saint Anger, the album that was voted most likely to be removed. We got 4 people that picked the song Saint Anger. 1 vote for Unnamed Feeling, 2 votes for Frantic, 1 vote for Dirty Window, 3 votes for Some Kind of Monster, and 1 vote for Purify.
So we're missing a lot of things on this one. So Invisible Kid, My World, Shoot Me Again, Sweet Amber, Purify, and All Within My Hands.
Purify's on there. I picked Purify.
Oh, I just missed it.
Yeah. But again, like we said, it was the most picked to be removed. So I'm not surprised that a lot of them didn't make it.
Not at all.
So, all right. Moving on to Death Magnetic.
Okay, we've got 2 people with That Was Just Your Life, 3 picks with All Nightmare Long, 2 picks with My Apocalypse, 1 pick for The Unforgiven 3 picks for The Judas Kiss, 1 pick for Broken Beat and Scarred, and 1 pick for The Day That Never Comes.
there it is.
We're missing End of the Line. We got Nightmare, Cyanide, Suicide and Redemption, and that's it.
I'm surprised Cyanide's not on there, to be honest.
Well, I mean, if you saw them more than once in 2009, you've seen that song as many times as you've seen them. So, and they played it the other night.
That's true. Yeah. As an added bonus for the Beyond Magnetic EP, we had one vote for Just a Bullet Away.
Mr. Jason Kroll.
Yes. It's the only song they got picked. Those songs are just, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people think about those. So
yeah, that was my problem because I love that EP. It's awesome. It just didn't cross my mind.
Yeah. We've seen Hate Train, right? That's the one we saw. I feel like they did it at Orion or something because they were debuting them or something. I don't know.
I know we didn't see the one I wanted to see, which was Rebel of Babylon.
Yeah.
Now I gotta know.
Well, while you're looking that up, do you want me to move on to
they played Hell and Back.
Oh, Hell and Back. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Run straight to hell and back. Okay. So we've made it to the last album, Hardwired. Let's see how we did. 2 votes for Atlas Rise.
Hey. We
Yep.
skipped Lulu.
10 votes for The View. I don't know. It came in with a landslide. Most votes out of every song ever written.
I believe it.
It's a banger. Just everybody loves James Hetfield talking about being the table. So
He is.
He is the table. Or Cade joked about it at one point and he was talking about pumping blood.
Jesus Christ. Is this going to be a Lulu podcast now?
Oh my gosh. It just cracks me up to think about some of the stuff that's on that album.
Yeah.
But what's even worse, and I hate this about that, is I can remember where I was and what I was doing when I heard it. We were in that dang apartment in Rossville with the white brick painted walls, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. And I
Talking
remember
about my first apartment?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Didn't I waste money on that piece of shit?
Yeah, I very vividly remember because this was before the days of streaming, so you had to buy the album in order to know what you were getting. And I don't even think we listened to it in the car. We waited until we got back.
That sounds right. How stupid we were.
Oh man. Yikes. Anyways, we'll move on from that garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, 2 votes for Atlas, 2 votes for Murder 1. One for Am I Savage, 3 for Spit Out the Bone, 1 for Moth into Flame, and 1 for Here Comes Revenge.
All right. So no Man Unkind, no Confusion, no Halo, no Dream No More, which is a fucking travesty because that song was incredible live.
Mm-hmm.
No Now That We're Dead, and no Hardwired.
No surprise on the Hardwired, man. We're
not at all.
We're all
Hardwired
done with Hardwired. Like the
I
fact
was
that
hoping they would change the intro song from Sunday, and they did not.
Golly. No, that's right. Let's move on from Hardwired as the intro, guys. Bring back That Was Just Your Life or something. I don't care, but
a new song. Give me a new song.
Yeah, something. Okay, so that's the whole discography. Some noteworthy things to think about. Blackened and Bleeding Me had the most votes, both tied at 7.
Both of which were on my set list, so I can't even say a word.
I had Bleeding Me on mine, but I did not have Blackened.
I think Blackened was my opener.
So mine was Fuel. But I don't
No
know,
surprise there.
something about doing this was just really cool to see. And I thought that this would be something interesting to talk about in you know, in the scope of all these interviews that we've done, to think about who picked what and how many songs got picked. And I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Hopefully everybody else thinks the same.
Yeah. It's nice to see how many people were wrong.
Well, and it goes to show that people want to hear more than just radio hits. I mean, who would have
True.
thought that? First of all, Unforgiven 2 with 6 votes. Come on.
Fixer with 4 out of 10. I mean, that's not terrible.
And all the votes for the ones from Death Magnetic. You got 2 for My Apocalypse, 3 for Judas Kiss. Like, come on. We need some better representation of these albums live.
All the Saint Anger votes, every one of them.
Every single one of them. We applaud you for your courage.
Your pure bravery.
To include those. Yeah. So, and it's another thing too to look at some of the older songs as well. Like, I think they got picked the most, not shockingly enough. Master Puppets, 6 votes. For Whom the Bell Tolls, 6 votes. Ride the Lightning, 5. Creeping Death, 5. Damage Inc., 5. Dyer's Eve, 5.
Yeah.
So, but they're great songs. And even though some of these songs we may have heard 5 or 6 times already, it doesn't hurt to hear them again versus another freaking No Nothing Else Matters. No, I don't care. Whatever. No Hardwired.
Yeah, no Hardwired.
Whatever you want to insert into there. The fact that somebody still picked Sandman,
2 people picked Sandman.
Yeah,
They
Stephanie
were not
was one of
me.
them, I think.
That sounds about right.
So, anyway, hopefully you found that bit of information interesting. We will do this again, whether it's in 10 interviews from now or not. I'm not sure, but
Or 10 interviews or 10 years.
10 years, yeah. But yeah, so that was our list of MFF Mondays set list review. Again, we appreciate all of our new listeners that have been joining us over the last few weeks. We've definitely seen some growth, and we extremely appreciate your time and effort in finding us and spending time with us, whether it's in your car, on the job, when you should be working, but you're listening to us, which is obviously way more important.
Yes.
And
on the toilet.
I mean, wherever, man. And, we've got our new YouTube channel that's actually got videos, so you can see our lovely faces. Whether it's with my blurred kitchen or Blake in San Francisco in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, wherever you may find us recording.
Wherever you may roam.
Yes. And we're very excited that we were able to introduce the new series of the Wherever We May Roam, which will be our direct response and review of the live shows going forward. So lots of content coming in November for Rockville, the Hollywood show, Atlanta, or ATL Live. We'll have to rope somebody in to come talk about the 40th since we're not going to be there.
Yeah, I think we'll find somebody. I've got a couple people in mind.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to live vicariously through their interview.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but we've come to terms with it, and it is what it is. So, again, thank you guys so much for listening, and we hope you have a great week, and we will see you very soon.
I got to poop.
The Black Album.
The Black Album. So
Thank you for listening to a complete episode of the Metallidads podcast. We appreciate you spending your time with us. If you enjoy what we're doing around here, please leave us a review on the Apple iTunes Store and on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, you should follow us on our socials. That's on Facebook and Instagram, Metallidads Podcast. We'd like to have you on the show, so send us an email or contact us at metallidatspodcast@gmail.com. And as always, thanks for listening.